Welcome to this week's edition of the Butler Beat. I'm Krista Miller.
And I'm Kyle Weir.
There will be a spring sports concert at Butler University, but the event has not been easy planning for SGA's program board. Olivia Engel has the story.
Butler students like their music, and SGA's program board aims to bring different genres to campus. Hosting a spring concert is a way to do just that.
This spring we haven't really done anyone in the hip-hop or genre, so we've tried to get more artists in that range, but it's been very difficult because Butler requires you to do a PG-13 show if it's outdoors, and there was very limited space in Clues, and the Clues environment is not as fun as having a show outdoors, and we thought that students would really enjoy an outdoor show, so it's been very difficult to find a show that is both PG-13 to be outdoors and sort of fits that hip-hop genre that we're looking for.
Dean of Student Life Irene Stevens interacts with program board's concert planning. Irene Stevens says concerts can no longer be held on the mall because they disrupt evening classes. But concerts are allowed to be held in the Hinkle Fieldhouse parking lot.
It's still the noise issue with the neighborhood, but they're setting it up so that the stereo is going toward the Butler Bowl, away from the neighborhood. And hopefully by the time it goes past the parking lot and past the Butler Bowl to the other side of the hill and to the other neighborhood down past 52nd Street, it will be dissipated such that would be fine and we won't get any noise complaints.
Carlucci says this year's spring concert will be held the last day of classes. The artist will be announced April 25th.
I think one thing that students don't know about the concert selection process is how involved the administration is and how much money it actually costs to put on a show.
For the Butler Beat, I'm Olivia Engel.
Butler University is hosting its Out of the Darkness Walk. Krista Miller has more on this fundraiser.
The Out of the Darkness Walk is basically a walk through the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention, which is a national organization that deals with suicide prevention. And there's a chapter in Indiana that hosts Out of the Darkness walks all over Indiana, and we'll be hosting one here on April 30th.
Kim Kraska, a participant of the walk, has been involved in suicide prevention events for several years.
We had a couple girls actually in my high school graduating class that committed suicide throughout my junior and senior year. So I got involved in that in high school, and now doing that in college, I've been walking for them.
The Out of the Darkness Walk is sponsored by Butler's recently installed chapter of the organization To Write Love on Her Arms.
To Write Love on Her Arms is a nonprofit organization. It's based in Florida, and basically they deal with issues like suicide and depression and self-injury, and they basically serve as a voice of hope, just kind of telling people that there is rescue from these issues, and that reminding us that we're not alone and that a lot of people struggle with these issues.
April is Sexual Health Month. Let's see what Butler University is doing to honor it. Here's Natalie Evans with the Butler Health Beat.
Testing for HIV/AIDS is extremely important because you don't want to be going around having something that you don't have a clue about that's damaging your body as well as endangering others.
Butler recently teamed up with the Damien Center for free STD and HIV testing at the HRC. Health Coordinator Sarah Barnes has more.
We've been very pleased with the service that the Damien Center staff members have provided to our students and making them feel comfortable and being very knowledgeable and really encouraging students to keep with getting tested and to keep being tested on a regular basis.
With such a large turnout last week, more space and personnel will be available for future testing. Dr. Maria Fletcher speaks more on what's to come.
Because of the response that we've had, we're really going to try to have a regular time for us to offer free testing to our students. Again, we're trying to get that scheduled, so it's it's something that we can do on a regular basis, whether it's once a month or twice a month.
This event links to MTV's Get Yourself Tested campaign. Students can access www.gyt.org for more information. Come join them Tuesday, April 26th at the HRC for AIDS and STD testing.
This year's freshman class may have only been on campus for a few months, but they have already learned more than they can imagine. Mike Vandervoort has the story.
College is about more than just what students learn in the classroom, and I got a chance to sit down with a few Butler freshmen and talk about some insider tips and secrets that they've learned about Butler this year.
Things I wish I knew. Things I would like to know. Things that I wish I knew. Things I wish I knew before I came to Butler. Part 1.
This campus is really small. I didn't know it was that small. I mean, it's good for when you go into classes because it's just down the, it's down the road.
There are some activities at night during welcome week, so you might not want to get up the next morning to do something, but I still suggest doing it because it's a lot of fun. And your SOG is your friend. Like, don't be like, oh my God, like they're older than me, I don't want to talk to them.
Your academic advisors are there to help you, so use them and take advantage of that.
Learn how to study because I procrastinate a lot and it gets me in trouble.
College is a lot harder than you think it's going to be. Because just because you have a class like 3 times a week doesn't mean that like you only have that class 3 times a week. Like you can get to like, for me it was like 4 to 5 hours of homework a night. And you have to like get it done right away, otherwise things build up. And
yeah, you definitely have to do stuff every day or else you're going to be screwed.
Teachers take attendance. Can you believe that?
You get to know your professors really well and you get to have one-on-one relationships with them.
If you hear someone flush a toilet while you're in the shower, you need to get out of the way fast because the water gets really, really hot.
Bring rain boots. It will flood, and flip-flops are not good. You fall on your butt.
There's one thing I should have knew coming into college. It would probably be how to do laundry. You know, it gets pretty confusing with the lights and darks, the darks and lights, the perm press, the spin cycles.
It's a Wednesday night and it's midnight and they want to go to Taco Bell or something and you really want to go, but you have an 8 o'clock every day like I did. It's okay to say no. Like, you're not going to miss out if you don't go to Taco Bell, if you don't go out on the weekends.
While Hollister may have been cool in high school, it's not cool at all in college.
I wish I knew how to interact with girls because I didn't know that there'd be girls here, but yes, there are girls here. And
remember, it's not about me, it's not about Hermione, but you.
School's hard, but it's fun.
The freshmen also had the chance to experience their first spring sports spectacular. The results have finally been tallied up.
Alpha Chi Omega won for the women and Phi Psi won for the men. Well, with spring sports and with the polar plunge combined, we raised around $23,000. So with the addition of the polar plunge, we were able to basically double how much we normally give to the Special Olympics Washington Township this year.
We'll be right back with more updates from the campus.
Stay tuned.